We was just raised like that. Your plate better be empty. Look, we got to change that. Hey y'all, welcome back to Married to Purpose. Thank you for watching this video and clicking on it, so go ahead and put a like on it. Subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. If you are subscribed, thank you for your continued support, because without you, this wouldn't be as big as it is, so thank you. Let's go ahead and get right into it. If I seem kind of like down at any point, that's because I am on a fasted day, and I did take a Phentermine today. I should be drinking a protein shake, but I haven't yet, so whatever. You're clicking on this video because you want to weigh the pros and the cons of taking Phentermine. Now, usually when people tell me, do you want the good news or the bad news first, I'll always opt for the bad news. But for the sake of this video, I don't want to discourage you. I want to tell you the pros first. Now, even though there's less pros than there are cons, the pros outweigh the cons. So don't get discouraged. We gonna all get through it, all right? So first pro of taking Phentermine. It suppresses your appetite, which can encourage a calorie deficit. So a lot of the times we just need to stop eating, period, point blank. But like even when we're eating salads and everything like that, we're unaware that we're adding unneeded calories in there, like too much salad dressing and everything like that. We're also not keeping in mind our portion control. So like a handful of pasta is a serving size, but if you like go overboard and go over that handful of pasta, you're not understanding that there's a second serving size of calories. So just because the calorie says one serving size is like 130 calories, well, if you're doing two, that's 260 calories, and I'm being generous with that. So keep in mind, maintaining that calorie deficit is the main goal for that appetite suppressant. Also, if you are a faster like me, it helps you fast better. So with myself, I am doing the alternate day fast, which means I eat one day, next day I don't eat, and we keep going and going. On the weekends I would do a toss up, but I felt like, you know, why just not do continuous, so that way it rotates every week. But on my fasting days is when I take Phentermine. I know it's cheating a little bit, but I find that it helps more. Also, you may be afraid to work out on your fasting days. We'll get further into that, but don't be afraid. Leads to the pro number 2. It gives you energy to exercise. A lot of the times we don't have the get up and go to exercise. Now, I don't know if you work or what time, like what shift you work, but it gives you the time to exercise. I recommend taking this early in the morning, because that's one of the cons. I recommend taking this early in the morning because it will keep you up during the day. So that way, like if you have to be at work at 8, try to take it, and I'm sorry, don't yell at me. Try to take it at 4, so that way at like 5:30 you can be in the gym getting ready for work, and then boom. I understand there's a commute for some people. That's why I allow that much time. Plus, the earlier you take it, the longer it wears off in your system. Pro number three, it's more of it's not as dependent. You don't form a dependency on it as you do other drugs like Ozempic. So with Phentermine, it does help adjust your lifestyle. If you're not taking those steps to try to build a new lifestyle or adapt a new lifestyle with losing weight, you are doing yourself a huge disservice. I get it now that you're taking a drug, you're losing weight, and your calorie deficit is good, and you're still able to eat all the unhealthy foods you want. You can eat at a later time you want because you're going to lose it anyway. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. The purpose of Phentermine, well, I don't know the purpose. I'm just giving you a suggestion. Use this 3-month time to figure out a weight loss plan, to figure out like what type of workouts you need to do, what type of food you need to eat, etc. So I added this note. I suggest that you don't take it every day. So take it every other day, but if you want to take it every day, do half a day. Say you want it to last so you can start building that healthy habit up, learning what recipes it is. Because in all honesty, 3 months is not enough, because you still got to get adjusted to it. You still got to find out what works for you. So 3 months is really not enough. So that's why I honestly recommend not taking it every day. Do it every other day. Trust me, it'll last. The effect will last. Take that time to learn what foods you like. You're going to have to expand. You're gonna have to expand your taste buds. I know some people don't like a lot of foods. Try to expand them. I know deal breakers for me is mushrooms and olives, probably some other stuff, and sardines and oysters is the texture. But there's other foods that I had to try again as an adult and learn to like. Their good starch is quinoa or brown rice. Try new stuff. It's a good source of starch. The fourth reason why Phentermine is a good choice is because it's more affordable than Ozempic. I don't know about you or where you from, but to go to a bariatric place like a weight loss clinic, to get Ozempic was like every bit of $400. And everybody can't get it on their insurance. And I would hate for you to have to switch insurances and, is that a word? Switch insurances, and then it's not even covered anymore and you were dependent on that. Now all your weight comes back. And now you're still trying to figure out, well, what am I gonna do about my weight? You know? So with Phentermine, at the most, altogether, you're gonna pay like $175, at least from my area. If you wanna do the Lipo B shots with it at your weight loss clinic, that'll be pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to ask for mine, so try it out. That's the reason why Phentermine is a good choice is because it encourages water intake, which leads to one of the cons, but you need to drink a gallon of water a day to get everything up and moving. And even like water water does fill you up. Be careful because you can hold on to your water weight. That's where you need to have a healthy balance of your salt intake and your water intake. So make sure you're drinking your water, okay? Now we're gonna go to the cons. Let's get to the cons. First things first, so if you're paired up with topiramate, I want to let you know, if you are planning on having a child soon or eventually, one thing that you need to know is that if you become pregnant, it can cause birth defects in your child. I don't know how long that lasts, but when I found that out, even though I haven't been doing anything, but when I found that out, I immediately stopped taking the topiramate. Now, another side effect of topiramate is the brain fog. I'm already kind of loopy, so I don't need nothing else messing with my mental. So just to let you know, okay? Now, on to the cons. The first con is, with it being an appetite suppressant, you really have to force yourself to eat. Like, it would have to take a lot for you to want to eat. The first, 2 days I was on Phentermine, taking it 2 days in a row, I went grocery shopping trying to find healthy food. And like, I would look at the food and say that was good, but it's like, I really don't have a taste to eat anything. Long story short, I was doing everything wrong. Like, I was really not eating like for 3 days at a time. So basically, I would still take my vitamins and I would just purge nothing that I had in me. Like, I was literally vomiting bile, like the yellow stuff. Like, it was acidy, like a horrible experience. So make sure you force yourself to eat because your body still needs nutrients. That's why I suggest doing it like every other day, and why I take the Phentermine on my fasting day, so that way on a day where I'm not fasting, I'm like, okay, I can eat, I'm hungry. See? The con number 2, buy yourself a plunger. Buy yourself a plunger. So constipation is it's a hard thing to deal with, especially me, because I already wasn't regular. Try to like increase your fiber intake, natural fibers, or like the broccolis and cauliflowers and stuff like that, or just get you some Metamucil and put it in your smoothies or anything like that. But make sure you're taking your fiber because the constipation is real. I took a laxative 2 days ago and still nothing has come out. 2 days ago and I have eaten already. Like, I haven't had a healthy bowel movement in, I want to say 5 days. So it's just in me. I even took a laxative. I've been drinking water. It's not coming out. But when it does come out, it usually stops up my toilet. So buy a plunger. Be ready for that. The weight loss clinic told me to get laxative, but like I said, it didn't work for me. But it may work for you. Like I said, I wasn't regular to begin with. So like I said, keep in mind, buy a plunger. Number 3, you will have a hard time sleeping. So remember when I said, like, if you go to work and you want to work out early, take it at 4. Take it as early as you can. So if you know that you're in bed by 6, definitely take it at 4, because you're going to be up. You're like just up. Sometimes you're going to be trying to force yourself to sleep and you're just going to be looking at the ceiling. Like, you're just going to be up, okay? So prepare for that. If you find yourself just staring at the ceiling, the common sense thing to do would be to do something physical. But everybody don't have common sense like myself. Like, you would think I would like get on the floor and like do some planks or something, but no, I just sit and I look at the ceiling. Why not? But it does keep you up, so keep that in mind. Heart palpitations and blood pressure, high blood pressure. Me personally, I was addicted to caffeine, so I can do 1,600 milligrams of caffeine and still keep going. Hell, as of right now, I can do 500 milligrams of caffeine and still go to sleep. So the effects of like having a lot of caffeine, like the heart beating and stuff, that doesn't bother me anymore. But for newbies and, you know, people who like heart just can't take it, keep in mind that that is a side effect. Your heartbeat will just bounce like boom, 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 boom. You'll be laying down and you can just hear it and feel it, you know? So it, like I said, it doesn't bother me, but it can be a shock to most. So there was a lady who commented on one of my past videos on Phentermine, and she said she had high blood pressure, and it was like right at that time I realized that I had it too, because I had a migraine out this world. But it was also around the time where I really wasn't eating for real. So make sure you're keeping up with your nutrients, and just, I don't know, make a song to your heartbeat, but don't be afraid. Another con is it can, with you being up all the time and with it being like a caffeine type of thing, it can increase your cortisol levels and your anxiety. They say don't do synthetic like cortisol lower medications or vitamins like ashwagandha. But if you really feel like you need to calm down or chill, take ashwagandha. Now, the reason why it's a con that your cortisol levels rise is because sometimes we can have cortisol belly, which is like a bloat. So usually stop stressing. I know when people tell you to stop stressing, it makes you stress out even more. But sometimes stress is keeping us bigger. Now, I don't know what you're going through at work. I don't know what's going on in your life, but you gotta calm down and like give it to God, or just pray through it, meditate. I don't know, but you need to lower your stress levels. It's easier said than done, I know, but sometimes stress can make us big. Baby, just let it go. Whatever that is that's got you on a hole like that, let it go. It's making you big. Now, number 6, the 6th reason why Phentermine is a good choice is because, well, Phentermine, the 6th con of Phentermine is it gives you cotton mouth. But like I said, that makes you want to drink more water, right? But your mouth will be dry. Like you would just, I never experienced cotton mouth until I tried Phentermine. So keep that in mind. Overall, I want to tell you to, first of all, take your vitamins, because some of the stuff that we're doing, it can deplete your vitamins, like especially do vitamin B complex. Vitamin B complex can help boost your metabolism. Also do your probiotics and prebiotics. Take your vitamins, especially if we are up in age. Like if you're 25 and up, baby, we gotta take our vitamins now. Our body we ain't spring chickens no more. We need help. Take your vitamins. Drink your water. Drink your water. I'm talking to myself, literally, because I see myself. But drink your water, because that's gonna help your digestive system. That's gonna help everything flow. Drink your water. Your body needs the water. Drink it. Exercise. It was my best friend who had to tell me, like, you know, you can't just take the medication, you gotta exercise with it. And it was like, it could have been common sense, but common sense wasn't working for me at that moment again. So after a while, I did exercise. Another reason to exercise, I will say, I challenge you to stay away from, I'm not gonna say stay away, try to limit your cardio and go into heavy lifting, well, not heavy lifting, weightlifting. Sometimes cardio can make us more bloated, at least for me, in my experience. If you're like me, you went to the gym, got on a treadmill for like a good 30 to an hour because you were scared to get on any other machine, and you look in the mirror and your stomach is just poking out. However, when you are like weightlifting or like weight training or just doing exercises that like builds muscle, they say you can't target fat, but you can target muscle. So instead of like losing weight in my butt, I wanted to get ahead of it and do hip thrusts. Instead of losing weight in my stomach, I wanted to build abs in my stomach. You see what I'm saying? So don't try to target fat, try to target muscle, if that makes sense. Last but not least, y'all gonna clown me for this. You're gonna say the hypocrisy, but look, hear me out. Try to stay away from fad diets. I am aware that the alternate day fast is technically a fad diet. But with that, that's how I am getting into the groove of portion size and like limiting how much I can eat. Like I said before this video, on my fasting day, I want to make a protein shake so that way I'm not eating much, but at the same time I'm still getting nutrients. Also, in the beginning of me taking Phentermine, like on the days that I would eat, I would just eat anything. That's the opposite of what we want to do. I don't know if I posted this yet. It should be posted by now, but I just did a grocery shopping haul on all the foods that I got that's healthy but still look good and it's affordable. Now, you're not gonna like everything that I got. Like I say, I had to mature my taste buds. I am challenging you to do the same, but I understand sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants. Like some staples, like I say in the video that I am the food haul, I do mention that you need to stay away from like pastas or potatoes because it is not our friend at all, especially if you have PCOS. It is not our friend. Get rid of it. Increase your vegetables, increase your protein. I am trying to increase my fruits, but I am not a fruit girl. I like vegetables over fruits, but make sure you're making the right choices. Like I say, chicken is always a good rule of thumb. I try to stay away from beef because it's harder to digest, and with me being constipated, I don't want that in me for 2 weeks. So I try to limit how much beef I do. Really been doing chicken. I want to get into turkey. So it's just being mindful of what you eat and trying to find fun recipes. I also invested in sauces. Like I got the gluten-free, I don't know why would gluten be in hot honey sauce, but I got that. I got some Kinder sauce. I also found out a way to like create my own soda or just make my own sodas that's not really sodas. It's just like flavored sparkling water, but stuff to make it guilt-free. You can also get Diet Cokes or anything like that. It's, you know, just be mindful of what you eat and how much you eat. That whole thing with the portion control and having a handful or something. Look, I'm a big girl. I'm a yum yum eat it up type of person, and I barely chew my food. That's another problem. But I understand how sometimes we can be hungry and sometimes we just gotta eat it all up. Sometimes we was just raised like that. Your plate better be empty. Look, we gotta change that. If we are full, baby, we full. We don't have to eat the whole thing. Okay? But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Hope this encouraged you to try Phentermine, but don't think of it as a long-term thing. Use this as a way to change your lifestyle. Because once you stop, Your weight gonna be gone for like a good, what, 3 months or so? Then it's gonna come back because you're gonna be feeling good again. And you can only do like 3 months out the year, so you can try to do it the next year. But I hear that like once you do it again, it's not as good. Like it doesn't work as good. So keep that in mind. Use this to change your lifestyle. Me personally, so I'm gonna give you the stats where I'm at now. My starting weight was 199. Then my goal weight is 165. Currently I'm at 182 because I got clothes and a wig on. And my goal physique is to build muscle. Like that's why I wanted to work on shedding the pounds to get to 180 first before I build muscle. I know it don't make sense, but I wanted to shed more pounds first to build muscle, so that way, I don't know, like it's the scale. I can't explain it. You just want to see something lighter on the scale. But I know that once I build muscle, the scale numbers are gonna go up. But at least I know what to attribute it to. So if you've been going through this same stuff, or if you have different pros and cons that you want to add to this video, go ahead and put it in the comment box below. And yeah, so there's a new thing that I want to do to show that you watched this whole video. I would like you to put this in the comment box. This is going to be a scripture, and it is Galatians chapter 5 verse 17. Now you can just comment that, but I really recommend that you read it because it kind of helps with the topic of this video. So yeah, remember the motto. Remember to spread love, pursue purpose, and center God, and everything will be okay. Bye.
I belong to nobody.